you everyone for coming. Do you have something that you are passionate about and love to do? Yeah? Have you ever gotten to the place where that thing that you love and enjoy doing so much has become more of a stress in your life than an enjoyment?
Yes.
Yes. This is a sad place to be in. It can happen to anyone when we lose sight of why we enjoyed something in the first place. This can be the case for ensemble conductors, who for their whole life loved making music and then at some point lost that love because directing an ensemble became more of a struggle than they ever imagined. To see this loss of direction and zeal that all musicians should have is heartbreaking to me. So I would like to help conductors who feel like they are at the end of their rope and have lost that love for making music with an ensemble. There are common problems that everyone experiences that can create frustrations and eventual failures in rehearsals. These problems not only affect musicians or conductors, but can create problems for anyone in any job or position. So, here are some of the problems a conductor can face. A conductor stands in front of a group of people, whether it be a choir, an orchestra, or a band, or any type of musical group. All eyes are on the conductor. The group relies on the conductor to instruct them and show them how and when to play. This type of position can be related to any type of boss, a teacher, a coach, or even a parent. Yet, in a music ensemble, a relationship is created between the ensemble and the conductor. They create something together that is one of a kind and unique. But if a conductor lacks the necessary skills or knowledge, the result may be ultimate failure and possible pointing fingers or self-mutilation of the ensemble members as they take the blame upon themselves. Rehearsals may be unproductive, unfocused, and disorganized. Performances may be utterly humiliating. This reflects on the conductor, not the ensemble. So what can cause these problems? One cause that conductors can have is tension. Have you ever had to be in front of an audience or a group of people and felt how nerve-wracking that can be? It can make your entire body feel stiff or even shaky. This can happen because we are experiencing tension. If an ensemble sees tension in a conductor, they will mirror that in the way that they sound without even realizing it. If an ensemble sees tension, I just said that. So a conductor may be completely frustrated at the sound in the group and the sound that they're making over and over and over. But in the end, it is just the conductor who needs to evaluate himself, not the ensemble. It is amazing that even just by how low or how high that your arms are, the sound that comes from the ensemble will be completely different. If your hand is slightly rounded, like in a handshake position, or if it's stiff and palm to the floor, there's a completely different sound that comes from them. With the rounded hand, the sound that comes from the ensemble will be free and unconstrained. A solution that can help with this problem, here are some of them. Tension is a hard habit to break, especially once it becomes a part of our everyday lives. But recognizing it exists is the first step to getting rid of it. Then stretches and breathing exercises can become helpful. It says right there, breathing exercises, stretches. Exercise can also relieve tension, according to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. Good posture is also overlooked and can even completely change how people perceive a person. If we have good posture, it means that our body is aligned correctly. And if this is so, if we have bad posture, tension is created within our body as it tries to compensate for the misalignment. According to the Kansas Chiro Foundation, poor posture can even affect your self-image in a negative way. So here are the solutions that can help with tension. Another problem that conductors can face is insecurity. If you get in front of an ensemble and you are unsure of yourself, then why should they trust you? If you see someone walking down the hall with their head down, you don't normally want to approach that person. You may even move to the other side of the hallway to avoid them. But if you see someone head up with a pleasant look on their face, you'd be more likely to speak to that person. A conductor must have confidence. You must trust and appreciate yourself for someone else to do so to you. Like I said, the ensemble sees what you do and reflects it back to you. James Jordan, in his book Evoking Sound, revolves his whole conducting method around this. He calls it mimetics. The ensemble mirrors the conductor just as we mirror people in our everyday lives, in everything that we do, even the way that we dress, the way we talk, and just live in general. We even learn this way as infants. So, here are some solutions to this problem. A conductor must be confident and open to the ensemble. Go to rehearsals prepared and be excited to be there. Do your research and score study outside of rehearsals so that when you get there, you'll be full of knowledge of your music and what needs to be accomplished in the rehearsals. Be warm and welcoming. Recognize that this group is made up of people who love making music just as much as you do. They are individual human beings who want to create something with you and share that love of music with you. This appreciation and respect of yourself and others has to be a constant state of mind and a way of life. So in closing, make less of yourself to make others more. You will be doing the music justice by doing this. So, does anyone have any questions?
I do.
Okay.
Well, just because a conductor does a poor job of conducting, does that really mean that they've lost their love for making music? Or
No.
can you explain that?
And if that's what I made it sound like, I apologize. That's completely not what I meant. But I do think that that can happen. If you, say you have a pair of shoes that you buy, and you really like these shoes, they're your favorite, but every time you wear them, they are painful, and they cause blisters on your feet. Eventually, even though these shoes are really cute and they're your favorite thing, you wanted them really bad, eventually you're not going to love these shoes anymore because it's painful and it's not a good experience in wearing them. So just like in conducting, even though you love making that music, eventually the problems that you face if you have these problems and don't know how to address them, eventually you're not going to love doing that anymore because it's going to cause effects on you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, but not everyone immediately will lose that love. It's just a process, and I think eventually that can happen. So that's why it's important to be able to recognize these things and know how to address them and take care of it and continue loving directing an ensemble. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, if no one else has any questions, thank you all for coming, and have a good day.